Welcome to Who Politics, where the game is more than just a game. I'm your host, Who Politics, and here we break it all down, from the fundamentals to the future stars. We talk players, prospects, and the stories that shape the culture. This isn't just analysis, it's perspective. So whether you're a hoop head, a student of the game, or just here for the stories, pull up a seat. Let's talk basketball. We're back. I still can't believe that I'm actually doing this, but I will admit that as time goes on, I'm starting to feel more and more comfortable. Like, it's only been 2 episodes, but this is starting to feel like I should have been doing this a while ago. And I think that having a podcast is going to give me the opportunity to really get a lot of my thoughts off that I can't get off in a 5 or 10 minute TikTok video. So with that being said, welcome back to another episode of the Who Politics podcast. I am your host, Who Politics, and this is episode 2. Episode 2, first and foremost, before we even get too deep into it, let me take the time to just clean house and say thank you so much to everybody who supported episode 1. Not gonna lie, I was a little bit nervous to kind of see what the reaction would be, what people actually listen, what people follow, because so many people have been talking about this to me for some years now, but a lot of times this can just be lip service. When you start to grow a big platform on social media, many people get delusional. I try not to get to that point and really stay grounded. And I don't get too caught up in the comment sections or what other people are saying and, just automatically think that, I'm that dude. So to really see you guys show up, not only on YouTube, but also on the Spotify with follows, with comments, voting on the polls, all that means a lot. You came back, you comment on the TikTok videos as well. I really appreciate you guys. Love you guys. That's really dope. Like, you guys really showed up, and hopefully you guys will continue to do so into the future. Now that we got that out of the way, visuals will be coming soon. A lot of people have already asked, like, are you going to do visuals? Are you going to turn the camera on? What's going on? That is coming. It is coming. I already said in the first episode, but I'll say it again. It is coming. I want to make sure that my vision is the way that I want it to be. I want to have a new look from what you're probably used to seeing on my TikTok videos. And it's going to be really dope. We're going to chill. We're going to relax, and we're going to really get the vibe. And you're going to kind of get to know me more as a person, not necessarily me telling my life story, but more so just seeing what my vibe is, the things I'm into, what I'm drinking, what I'm eating, all of those type of things. So stay tuned. That is for sure going to be coming. It is on the way. Last thing, I'm still figuring out the rhythm to this as far as when do I want to post. I'm not sure if I want to post on Tuesdays, if I want to show up on, or if I want to post these on Wednesdays. I'm kind of just figuring it out right now. If you're listening to this, I'm recording this on Tuesday. It'll probably be released Wednesday morning. I do know that I want to get this out early in the morning, like 5 a.m. Eastern time, so people can listen to this on their commute, whether they're in the car, on the train, or whatever. Or if you're on Central Time or West Coast, you can just wake up to this already and start your day listening to this. So that's what I know for a fact. I will be putting these out early in the morning, but I'm still figuring out what day I want to do it on. I'm leaning between Tuesday and Wednesday. I might even put up a poll and you guys let me know what you want that specific day to be right now. Once a week, we'll be putting it out. It's a heavy lift to do more than that right now. But once I get better and better at this, we'll start looking at increasing the length of these podcasts, as well as increasing the frequency of when I put these podcasts out. Gosh, I'm already stuttering through this. All right. I think we got everything done that I wanted to get done early on in this pod. And I kind of want to just get into it. I want to get into it, and let me go ahead and set the prerequisites to this. This could very well be a women's basketball episode. So if you are against that, sorry, you can come back later. If I get through everything I want to get through with this, then I do have a topic I want to touch on for men's basketball players, but really boys and girls as far as at the high school level. But if you guys aren't really here to hear any type of women's basketball stuff going on, fully get it, but I'm about to get into my bag. So if you're into that, stick around. So I got the opportunity to catch the rerun on some YouTube links of the Americup finals. The Americup finals, where it was Team USA versus Brazil. And there's just a couple of takeaways. Not a couple, there's a lot of takeaways that I really had from that game, which changed my perspective on a couple of players, both good and bad. If you watched it, cool. If you didn't, buckle up. So let me start off by saying this. I'm going to go ahead and give my apology out. I for sure am taking Angel Reese over Kamilla Cardoso. I'm for sure taking Angel Reese over Kamilla Cardoso. I'm watching Brazil versus USA fight for their lives. They're up on USA. They're pulling away. USA's kind of sticking around. You know, the guard play is awesome. They're knocking shots down. They're playing great defense. And as we got later into the game, one would think that at some point or another, Kamilla Cardoso is going to turn on. She's a pro, a WNBA pro. She is the most well-known face on this Brazilian team. She's played with them for years and years and years. She's 6'7". She's supposed to have post moves. She's a national champion. The list goes on. And you just thought like at some point they're going to force the ball down to her and she's going to be too much and she's going to overtake USA and extend the lead and they won't be able to catch up. Why am I watching Kamilla Cardoso look like a fresh pack of buns? Just a fresh pack of buns out there. You are getting blocked by Hannah Stokey. You have Joyce Edwards out there. It got you in fits. Olivia Miles is coming through, taking the ball right out of your hands on the post move as you spin through. Like no motor, no toughness, and no pride are just like, yo, I'm a pro. The equivalent to that is like, could you imagine a college basketball player who plays at the Division I level showing up to like a middle school gym and not being able to have his way with the middle school basketball team? And I say that opposed to high schoolers because keep in mind, Kamilla is walking in at 6'7". She's already abnormal for women in general. She should be dominating. She's in her second year in the W. She's playing against a bunch of sophomores and juniors, and she can't have her way with them. I don't have any faith in her now coming back to the WNBA. And I've been saying for a while, I mean, there's no difference between Angel Reese and Kamilla Cardoso because they're both centers at the end of the day. I don't want to hear anybody come in my comment section talking about, well, Angel Reese is a 4. We've had that conversation plenty of times. If we have to have it again, maybe we'll do that another day. We're talking about the skill set. Angel Reese and Kamilla Cardoso are centers. I've thought for the longest, there's no difference between the two of them. They both just grab rebounds. They kind of finish at the rim and they will play tough. But Kamilla's 6'7", so I'm going with Kamilla over Angel. At this point now, I can't make any more arguments in Kamilla's favor because I watched her just get dismantled against a bunch of 19 and 20-year-olds. At least Angel Reese will fight back. At least she will play with some type of attitude and say, yeah, nah, like y'all trash. I'm not finna let y'all do that to me. I'm gonna have my way with y'all. My eyelashes won't move a bit when I'm having my way with y'all. I'm gonna be rebounding. I'm gonna be screaming. I'm gonna be talking trash. I'm gonna be in your chest and ones, going to the free throw line, make some, miss some, whatever. But I am relentless. I will wear y'all down. I can at least respect Angel Reese for that. And I can expect that from her every single game. Kamilla Cardoso looks like she's playing basketball simply because she's 6'7". And I know that this isn't new because for those who have followed her at South Carolina are aware of Dawn Staley's constant remarks or critiques concerning Kamilla about making sure that she's actually engaged for an entire game, getting her engaged. Like that's always the hardest part, making her engage and want to commit on the offense and the defensive end of the basketball court. So we've seen this for a while, but it's like what's that soundbite that like that they do on the air? And they're like, are you not embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed? You're playing for your home team in front of the world. And a bunch of 5'6" girls are coming in, taking the ball from you. Olivia Miles is coming in, taking the ball from you like it's nothing. It's abysmal. It's honestly abysmal. And it was sad to watch because I've been rooting for Kamilla for a while, but I can't root for it anymore. Give me Angel Reese. Give me Angel Reese when we're talking about the Chicago Sky. I don't want them playing together anyways. I've been said that. But I'm certain now I'll go with Angel over Kamilla because at the very least, even though I may not get consistent buckets that are efficient and all those other type of things, I'll at least get consistency in the energy department, in the effort department. And that means a lot in basketball. Kamilla just has no drive, no push to want to get better. She's just out there because everybody kept telling her, you have to play basketball. And I get it. Because at 6'7", I mean, I don't see her working a cubicle job. So it's good that she is playing basketball, but good grief. Good grief. Do you realize that because of your poor play, you've gotten Hannah Stokey a WNBA opportunity? I've said for the longest, Hannah Stokey isn't a WNBA basketball player, but I can't make that argument to her face now because she's saying to herself, well, look, I locked up Kamilla Cardoso. Me and Joyce Edwards was having our way with her. We were blocking her shot. We were finishing around the rim with her. She didn't have no impact on us whatsoever. And I would have to say, yeah, you're right. I can't fight back against that. You are giving girls WNBA opportunities. The only player out there that gave me what I expected Kamilla to give me was Damaris Dantas. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Who plays with the Indiana Fever. She was out there looking like, I'm a pro. Had like 30 some points. I don't know what she had. But she was cooking them girls. Shimmy fadeaways on the deep baseline, up and under layups and one, knocking down free throws. It was clear that, I'm not necessarily a superstar level player in the WNBA, but I am a pro and you girls are not going to be able to do nothing with me. I'm going to have my way with y'all. You can't escape my grasp. You won't escape my clutches. That's how Dantas was doing it. And that shouldn't be difficult. Her alone had Brazil about to get the gold. She was showing up. She was doing what was necessary. And you just no help, Kamilla. And I'm not saying, let me make sure I make this clear. On the stat sheet, was it a decent game? Sure. We're talking about the actual game, watching it. It's just the same song and dance. It's like if we're not, who is somebody who is like similar to it? It's like, I really can't even think of anybody. It's like the team has to force feed her the ball and come into every timeout saying, Kamilla, we need you. If you don't do it, we're going to lose. And then like, there's that moment of her being like, really, guys? And everybody's like, yeah, like we got to have you. Like we can't do it without you. Oh, okay. I'll try to go out there and do my best and turn it on. That's essentially what it's like watching Kamilla play. The only way she's engaged is if we are force feeding her the ball. And at this stage of her career, with as much success as she has had, you would think that she would turn herself on and wouldn't need other people to help her do that. That was just very upsetting. It was very upsetting to watch that. And oh man, you getting girls contracts and you looking worse and worse as time goes on. And what's wild is you finished the WNBA, your break to go over here with a great game next to Angel. You had 30, 32, 33 points, something like that. Rebounding, blocking shots, running the floor well, doing it all. And then you go over here and you pull this. Can't do it. Just I can't do it. I can't get on board with it. Can't do it. I just cannot. But what I will say that I also saw from this game, Mikayla Blakes looks like the clear best player on the floor. I knew she was good because, you've watched her during the regular season, during her freshman year. Crazy freshman year. Absolutely bananas freshman year. She looked awesome all year long. But you kind of say to yourself, well, is she really dumb nice like this because she's on a team that's not that great and she's just putting up numbers? What she did during this Americup, these 7, 8, 9 games, however many it was, I think 7 games. What she did during this time really cemented her as, no, she is the best basketball player on this team. And not because she led the team in scoring. It's not because of that. But, that is still something for us to look at. Still something for us to look at. I mean, she finished 7 games, 14 points per game, 3.4 rebounds, 1.7 assists, 2.1 steals, averaging close to 22 minutes per game and shooting 44% from the field. That's efficient. That's efficient. But actually watching her during the finals, 3-level scorer, she was knocking down threes, getting to the midi, finishing at the rim and one. And defensively, she was taking over the game. She's picking girls up full court, picking them at half court. The best way to describe her is a taller, more explosive Hannah Hidalgo. A taller, more explosive Hannah Hidalgo. I think Mikayla Blakes might be in the range of maybe 5'8", 5'9", whereas Hannah looks like she's about 5'5" to 5'6". Like, you can tell she's like small. You can tell she's small and petite out there. Whereas Mikayla, she looks a little bit taller. She's a little bit more rangy and she's more explosive. She has a different type of burst where she can leave players. Like, she'll get out on the fast break and she will leave you. She'll leave you. Won the MVP. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Did not expect for her to look this good. And keep in mind, she just finished her freshman year of college. She's coming into her sophomore year, and she looked head and shoulders better than Olivia Miles, Hannah Hidalgo, Flau'jae, just a lot of her guard wing counterparts out there. Which brings me to this. Should she actually stay at Vanderbilt? Because she has the opportunity to go a lot of different directions with her career. I mean, it's already clear, barring any injuries or anything like that, this is a WNBA player. This is a lottery level WNBA player in the next 2 to 3 years. But my question is, Khalil Pierre has just left. News came out sometime last week. She's leaving Vanderbilt after, saying she was going to come back. Then, decided at the last minute to leave. And she was averaging 21, 10, 2 and shooting 50% from the field. That's a lot of production leaving Vanderbilt right there alone. Mikayla Blakes is now on her own out here. Now, she can have a potential Caitlin Clark type of career where she can bring a somewhat mediocre team. Now that Pierre is gone, she can bring a somewhat mediocre team with, some good pieces, but bring them to prominence. And she's just putting up ungodly numbers. She's out there putting up 30, that's just what she averages. 27, 28, 29, 30 points a game. She's got the ball in her hand. She's point guard. She's flirting with triple doubles, but way better on the defensive end, especially at this stage of her career, than Caitlin Clark probably has ever been. She could easily take that route. But the thing is, I don't know if she'll get the same type of pub that Caitlin Clark got, because there's a lot of other political things that went into play as to why she rose to the level that she has risen to, just simply off of the fact, calling it what it is, that this is still a white girl who is in a predominantly black sport that dominated everybody, which is already an eye opener in itself. Then coming from middle America, blah, 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 blah. You get it. You get all that. Mikayla Blakes, even though she couldn't cook, and probably cook on the same level as Caitlin, or maybe even better, it won't be seen in the same way because to an extent it's somewhat expected, if that makes sense. She can stay and have a Caitlin Clark type of career. Not exactly, but you get what I'm saying. Hopefully I don't have to go deeper into that. Please don't be dense. But I could easily see her leaving and going to another college that's a little bit bigger, more well-known, better coaching, better players, and her brand could really skyrocket. She can have a brand on par with Hannah Hidalgo, if not better. She can have a brand that is right under Juju Watkins' level. Could you imagine if next year she decided she's going to UConn once AZ Fudd leaves, and now it's her and Sarah Strong together as a duo, along with still having Ashlyn Shade and KK Arnold and those girls? And the transfer that's coming in, I think, from Spain that everybody is talking about is supposed to be like the truth as well. Her brand could go through the roof. Even if she didn't go to UConn, let's go a little bit lesser. Let's say she goes over there with Kenny Brooks at Kentucky. That's Big Blue Nation. They love basketball over there. The NIL money is crazy. Kenny Brooks is already over there and has them rocking. High level coach, Georgia Amore just left. You know, she's got her ACL torn, but she's over here with the Mystics right now, rehabbing. You bring a Mikayla Blakes in there to fill that role, it can get scary. It can get scary. And if you don't want to go that route, let's say after this year, she decided she's going over there with the guy I always got to bring up, Mark Campbell over there at TCU, after Olivia Miles leaves. I see Mikayla Blakes to be a point guard. Now, she's more than capable of playing the two, because that's what she did during the Americup finals, just throughout the tournament, because they had Olivia Miles out there at that one being a Swiss Army knife type of point guard, doing a little bit of everything. And they had Mikayla Blakes being that main girl who's out there scoring the basketball, with Hannah Hidalgo coming off the bench behind her to also add the scoring, which is why both of them led scoring for the tournament, not for the tournament, but for their teams, and led to being, you know, all conference or all tournament, you know, the top 5. I'm not really sure exactly what you call it, but you get what I'm saying. But she could easily go over to TCU and turn it out over there, completely turn it out. And it can get scary. Her brain goes through the roof. She's getting a lot more notoriety. She's dropping buckets, and she could easily be a number 1, number 2 pick in what, 2-3 years from now? Because we already know for a fact, no questions asked, Sarah Strong is going to be the number 1 overall pick whenever she decides to come out of college. She's in the same class with Blakes. So if they come out at the same time, that's Sarah Strong all day. Blakes can be a nice number 2 overall pick. And boy, whoever gets her, it's going to be different. It's going to be different. Now, let me change gears really quick, because now I got to get to this next portion, because I've been talking about Hannah Hidalgo. You know, she played well. Olivia Miles was looking awesome out there. Kamilla Cardoso looked like cheese out there. Mikayla Blakes is the truth. We get all of it. Flau'jae Johnson. Flau'jae Johnson. Kara Lawson didn't give her any burn in this championship game. None. Now, she wasn't necessarily cooking or doing much during this, you know, these 7 games. She averaged 4 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. So she didn't do much. Kara Lawson, also was not putting her out there really. She had a big explosion in the quarterfinals, I think against Puerto Rico. I think. I might be missing it. 22 points, 7 rebounds, I think. Like great on the defensive end, knocked shots down. Clearly looked like she was supposed to be out there. Gets no burn in the championship game. Now, let me unpack this. I don't have an issue with her not playing. This right here is where the fan bases for women's basketball players have to step back and start supporting basketball and not just supporting who they like. Because you find a lot of people saying egregious things simply because they're a fan of the specific player that they like. I'm seeing people constantly talking about, you know, Kara Lawson didn't play Flau'jae because she wasn't, you know, good enough or whatever. It's personal. It's personal. She's got a personal vendetta against Flau'jae. She's got a personal vendetta versus Kim Mulkey. Now, maybe I'm dense. Maybe I'm not aware of what's going on. But I have yet to see anybody explain to me or just say on any social media platform, why is there a beef between Kara Lawson and Flau'jae or Kara Lawson and Kim Mulkey? Where does this beef stem from? Because I could understand a possible beef between Gino Auriemma and Candace Parker. Makes sense. We see exactly what's going on. We see exactly what happened, and they've spoken on it. But I don't see a beef here. I see the game was tight. We were down, and I went with the better players. I don't think anybody would pick Flau'jae Johnson over Olivia Miles. I don't think anybody would pick Flau'jae Johnson over Hannah Hidalgo. I don't think anybody would pick Flau'jae Johnson over Mikayla Blakes. Because when you look at all three of them, they all play defense. And even though Hannah's the smallest and probably be the one person you might look to put Flau'jae over, we're talking about Defensive Player of the Year, Hannah Hidalgo. ACC Player of the Year, Hannah Hidalgo, who's been a menace since she got on campus out there in Notre Dame. So you're not putting her over her. Plus, she's the second leading scorer on the team. We know what Mikayla Blakes do, and Olivia Miles is the point guard. So who do you plan on putting Flau'jae over in this game right now? That's what I need to know. It's okay to support your favorite player and still be objective to say, I get it. I do it all the time. I like Kobe. If you watch my TikTok videos, you know I watch Kobe. I like Kobe. That's always been like one of my favorite basketball players. At no point ever will you see me say, nah, Kobe Bryant had crazy handle. No, he didn't. At no point will you ever see me say, oh no, Kobe was all about making his teammates better. That wasn't his bag. Wasn't his bag. Did he do it a little bit maybe with Pau Gasol and Bynum? Sure, maybe. But that wasn't his bag. Kobe was a jack. I like him still. I still think he's one of the best out there. But he was a jack. Y'all have to be able to objectively talk about your favorite basketball players or team in the exact same light. There is no beef between Kara Lawson and Flau'jae. Now, this is what I will say. I like the response of Flau'jae Johnson. I absolutely loved it. Loved it. She gets on Instagram, and I want to make sure that, let me see if I can find it. Can I find it really quick? Yeah, I got it right here. She gets on Instagram, has a beautiful post. Beautiful post. Wow, something amazing I can add to my resume. One-time gold medalist. First, I want to thank the committee for giving me the opportunity to play the game I love on a national level. Secondly, thank you to my teammates for pushing me and to all the new friendships I made. I'm so thankful for you all. Also, Coach D and Coach Jenny, I love y'all, and y'all are forever in my heart. Thank you, USA Basketball. It was an honor to wear those 3 letters across my chest. Last but not least, thank you, Kara Lawson. Can't wait to compete on December 4th. God is amazing. Romans 8:28 states, and we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose. Amen. Amen. Because that's a fact. That's a fact. Whenever you get in the word, we're already cooking. Now let's go back before that beautiful verse. Last but not least, thank you, Kara Lawson. Can't wait to compete on December 4th. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. That right there lets me know, hey, look, I saw what you did. I got you. I'm going to see you in a little bit. I'll be seeing you shortly. December 4th hit, my calendar is marked. I got bumped for you, and I'm bringing it to your front door. And Kara Lawson better not dunk it. We need more of this. We need more basketball players who stop playing the victim role all the time when things don't work in their favor and just say, you know what, I'm going to get with you. I'm going to get with you. And I would like to see coaches double down on what they do. Double down on it. I'm not saying Kara Lawson said anything about it because I haven't seen anything up to my point, but I'll give you a clear example. That's why I can't rock with Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr will do some wild stuff or some bonehead stuff. You know what? Take that back. He doesn't even do wild bonehead stuff. He does, but that's not what I'm saying. You look at Jason Tatum. Everybody's talking about Jason Tatum. There's no reason why Jason Tatum can't get any minutes on the USA basketball team, which I am in full support of. There's no reason that he can't get any minutes. What I don't like, though, is Steve Kerr will hear other people talking about it. Maybe Jason Tatum says something. I don't know. He'll get on the stand. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Bonehead decision on my part. I got to be better. And I'm sorry to Jason Tatum and his family. It's like, no. Double down, because the decision you made, tell me why it makes sense. If he would have got up there and said, who is he going to play over? Who's he getting minutes over? I got Steph Curry, LeBron James, and Kevin Durant on my team. That's all the scoring. I need guys who are going to come in here and play defense and who are fine with taking shots whenever they can get them, even if it's only 2 or 3 in a game. Drew Holiday, Derek White, and Devin Booker want to do that. And they're open to doing that. What are people going to say in response to that? Oh, no, you crazy. You're like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Double down on your decisions. I'll give you another example. Gino Auriemma gets ready to go into a halftime. Hey, yeah, you know, what's going on with Paige Beckers? Why isn't, you know, like, is she okay? Yeah, she's okay. She's just scared of the moment. He don't run from it at all. What's going on? You know, AZ's not shooting. Don't worry, I'll get that figured out in a second. Then come back out there. Yeah, AZ Flood looks completely different. What happened? Oh, you know, I just went there and cussed her out. Gino don't be caring about none of these basketball players. You know, he loves his players. But he's like, yo, I'm Gino Auriemma. I made a decision. This is it. What are y'all going to do about it? And Steve Kerr can have that same type of aura if he stepped into it. I want to see coaches double down on their decisions. Stop running from it and trying to give the PR move or the PR answer as to why you are doing what you're doing. Because it makes you look like you don't really want to stand on what you're saying. You don't really believe what you're actually doing out there. I make a decision. Hey, coach, why didn't so-and-so play? He wasn't ready. He was out there not playing hard on defense. I can't have that. Too close of a game to have him out there. And that puts the onus back on the player. The player is going to hear that now. And if they're anywhere near the competitor that I hope they are, they should say, oh, all right, bet. I got something for that. Accept the challenge. Accept the bump. There's a mental game that is constantly going on in the game of basketball between media and players, players and media, coach to player, coach to media, media to coach. And people are shying away from the bump. They're shying away from the confrontation for the sake of looking like the good guy. People would rather look like the victim than look like the aggressor because they're worried about how they're viewed on social media. But that's not what it's about. It's about getting better. I see what you did. I'm taking the challenge. I'm out here with all these girls at USA Basketball. You can't give me any type of minutes. I got 40 for you when I see you on December 4th. I got 50 ready for you, Kara Lawson. And what you gonna say in response to that? That lets me know, okay, Flau'jae, she ready. She coming into the season. She gonna put in extra work. She gonna be ready for that date. And on paper, they probably have the best backcourt trio in all of college basketball between Mikayla Williams, Flau'jae Johnson, and now you got Malaysia Fulwiley. It's gonna be scary times when LSU shows up. If I'm Flau'jae, I'm letting it be known when I get in there. Hey, look, y'all don't worry about shooting. I'm gonna handle all that. Y'all just play defense. No, Kim, I won't need a break. I took some hydration pills before the game. I'm locked in and I'm talking trash to Kara. And if that happens or when that happens, Kara, take it on the chin and fight back. Yeah, I got something for that. I'm going to lock all that up. That's what I want to see. That's what I hope to see. But I'm not mad at the decision that Kara Lawson made. I'm not mad at the outcome of the game. And I'm not mad at the response that Flau'jae gave. All of it is within bound to me. And I hope that she takes this, goes into the rest of her summer and starts getting in the gym and putting up extra shots. Your raps are already hard enough, Flau'jae. Your raps are fine. All right, put the pin down, pick the ball up, lock in. Because you got some bump to handle this year. You got some real bump to handle. And I'm not going to lie to you. I need to see you get better. She's gotten better slowly but surely, but we haven't seen that massive jump from Flau'jae like we've expected. I've expected Flau'jae to really be the best shooting guard or second best shooting guard in the country since last year. And I haven't seen it. I want to see her get better because I want to see her succeed and get to the W and stick and dominate and be the star that she is capable of being. But she's got to want that as well. I'm hoping that Kara Lawson not playing her set that fire under her to really get where she's supposed to get to. Really do. And you know what? I got a little bit more time. We got about 9-10 more minutes. Let me touch on this. We're going to switch gears really quick because, I've been seeing a lot of college basketball, high school basketball on the boys' side. And I want to just say this because I think that up and coming high school basketball players really need to hear this and really take heed to this. Every couple of years, there is a new wave that is happening in basketball. Every generation has a new wave, and you'll see people who catch the wave and it works out great for them. And you'll see others who get done dirty because of the new wave and they didn't know how to handle it. When I was coming up, my generation of basketball, we'll just say during high school, is 2007, 2008 to about 2013. During that time period, the new wave that was going on when I was coming up, when I was really active in high school, was the prep school. The prep school was a new thing that happened where people saw it as the opportunity for them to go to school in high school and get their recruitment up, maybe get their grades better. You know, you hit a growth spurt out of nowhere in your senior year of high school, and now you got to figure your body out. You went to prep school. You don't have any offers and you want to get some offers, you go to prep school. You had offers, but your grades aren't good. You go to prep school, you retake your SAT or your ACT. In the process of that new wave, you had a lot of prep schools that popped up overnight. They popped up overnight, and then after 1 or 2 years, they were gone. And a lot of people got caught up in that wave where they went to a bad prep school that was a fly-by-night school, and they found out that the classes they were taking weren't legit. They found out that they really weren't taking the SAT or the ACT or any of that. All they were doing was running around playing basketball, packed in a small little white van, going all across the country all week long. No classes going on, no nothing. You have other people who went to the prep school route and it benefited them. It prepared them for the next level and they were able to go on to college and eventually the NBA. Eventually, people caught on to it and they realized what they need to do concerning the prep school era. Okay, we need to go to the Brewsters. We need to go to Bridgeton. We need to go to those legitimate prep schools in the New England areas. We can go over to the IMG. We can go to the Montverde or Sunrise Christian, La Lumiere, all those other schools, Finlay Prep back when they were around, those type of schools. And if you weren't going there, you need to have a certain situation in order to go to prep school so that it'll be foolproof for you and you can get out of there. Now, you don't see people really going to prep school as much or reclassifying in prep school. Most guys now, to get around all of that, they reclassify early when they're in middle school. And then when they get around their junior year of high school, they reclass back up and they'll say, yeah, I'm leaving for school early, but you're really just going back to your original grade. You're not actually going to school early like Cooper Flagg did. You're really 18, about to be 19 as a junior. And instead you say, I'm going off to college now as a freshman so you can get back with your real grade. Also, during that time period and after, so I would say about 2008 to about 2016, 2017, another wave that was going on was JUCO. With JUCO, a lot of people thought that was their opportunity to be seen. If they didn't go to prep school or they did go to prep school, this is my opportunity to be seen and for me to still make it and go to the Division I level. I can go out here, I can put up numbers. It'll be seen as more because I'm on the college level. And if I do what I'm supposed to do, I'll be fine. Not realizing at that time, at least, that Division I basketball coaches were not taking JUCO guys. They just didn't. It was seen as if you had to go JUCO, you weren't good enough, or you're a problem child in some regard. Coaches were not recruiting JUCO guys like that. The only way was if you're walking in 6'8" and above and you just dumb nice. And if that's the case, what coaches were doing was they would just take you and let you sit in red shirt your freshman year and play the next year. And you'll just be a red shirt freshman. That's what they were doing for those guys to get around going JUCO. If you went JUCO, it was already understood at best you're going to a D2 or you're going to a high level NAIA school like a Georgetown in Kentucky or a Pikeville, a University of Pikeville, University of Pikeville out in Kentucky as well in the NAIA Division I. You still can go overseas, still can be big time. You can be dumb nice, just as nice as, a lot of the Division I guys, but you'll just never be seen or heard of. That really started to change when Chris Jones went down to Northwest Florida State and Rick Pitino took him. When Rick Pitino, trailblazer, big time guy, Rick Pitino comes down and says, I'm going to take that JUCO guy at Louisville. That changed a lot of things for people. Fast forward to today, now it is a normal thing for you to go JUCO and for you to go right to high major Division I. It is regular. JUCO is now the new prep school. There's really no need for you to go to prep school if you can find a good JUCO to go to. You go to a JUCO and you put up 15 points a game, you'll be fine. Back in my day, I'm sounding so old. Back in my day, Kansas, Texas, Florida. Those were the areas you had to be in if you wanted to go JUCO and eventually still go Division I. Hutchinson Community College, Northwest Florida State, Chipola, those type of schools. I can't think of any right now over there in Texas. Trinity Valley Community College. I think he's still out there. Shout out to Coach Guy Furr. Good guy over there. That was the way. Casper Community College. That was the way you were able to go Division I. Now, you can go to a random JUCO out in Tennessee somewhere and have some offers from the University of Tennessee or UGA or whatever. Totally different today. Now, why am I saying all of this? I'm saying all this to say what I originally said. These waves come in ebbs and flows, and some people are going to turn out okay, and others aren't. Others are not. The new wave that is going on right now is the transfer portal. And I'm not speaking to college basketball players right now. I'm speaking to high school players, boys and girls. More so boys because you see them transferring more than you see the girls. But this works for both of them. In order for you to survive this new transfer portal as an incoming freshman in high school, a lot of you guys and girls, a lot of you guys are going to have to be more patient, especially if you are a top 100 player. If you are expected to be a one and done player or a big time player in girls basketball that's going to be around for 2 or 3 years, you need to choose wisely where you go, and don't be afraid to hold out on your recruitment, because what I'm seeing happen for a lot of guys now is they are committing early in the fall. I'm going to Indiana University. I'm going to Duke. I'm going here. I'm going there. And around the middle of the season, back into the season, they're finding out that, yeah, the guys who were ahead of them are leaving for the draft or they're graduating, but that coach is bringing in the Sun Belt Player of the Year, the Atlantic Sun Conference Player of the Year, the Big Sky Conference Player of the Year, all Defensive Player of the Year. They're bringing these guys in. Very similar to how the one guy came in from Eastern Washington and was supposed to go to Duke, but then he left and ended up going into the draft. That is happening regularly. Coaches are making promises to the kids, but they're also still worried about their job security and making sure that they can feed their family and their and themselves. And I have no issue with that, because it's a business at the end of the day, and high school players are getting paid now. So the business is going to get a lot more uglier and a lot more upfront than it did before. For high school basketball players, the way that you get around this, top 100 players now, you have to be able to do one of two things. Sit back and start committing late into the summer. You should be committing right before it's time to start going into summer school, because you need to make a well-informed decision on who is coming in, not only as far as the recruiting class coming out of high school, who's returning, and what transfers are you picking up. Because a lot of top-notch players are going to be transferring into these places like Clemson, because they're not going to transfer to Duke. They're not going to transfer to Kentucky or Kansas or now Arkansas with, Calipari. But you're going to see a lot of players who are Player of the Year for mid-major and low Division I conferences and D2 conferences and NAIA conferences. They're going to be transferring in for their junior and senior year and being at these Clemsons and these Wake Forests and these Virginias and VTechs, which are the same places that a lot of those top 75 players are going, or 75 to 100 players are going. And they're coming in thinking, yeah, I'm a top recruit. There isn't anybody who has more stars than me. I should be able to come in and play right away. 5-10 years ago, you would be right. 5-10 years ago, you would be 100% right. But now, that's not the case. You have to wait it out longer. Don't get caught up in the sweatsuits. Don't get caught up trying to come in and get your recruitment done early. You'll mess around and realize that you're the last guard on the depth chart now coming in. When by the time when you originally signed, you were the top guy, Take your time with your recruitment. The second thing I say that you're going to have to do not be afraid to go to mid-major schools. Do not be afraid to go to the low-level end of the schools in the ACC conference, in the SEC, in the Big 10, in the Big 12. Don't be afraid to do it, because the high-level schools, they're going to get their pick of the litter. They are going to get their pick of the litter. Duke, Kentucky, Kansas, Louisville, St. John's, they're going to get their pick. Do not be afraid to be a top 25 player in the country and take a Seton Hall offer, to guarantee that you will get to come in and play right away, and so that you can build your stock to go to the NBA or the WNBA in 3 years, 1 year, whatever that is for you as an individual basketball player. You have to treat it like a business yourself. It's okay to be patient. Slow is fast and fast is slow. What Pat Bev said in his podcast, slow is pro, Pat. You guys have to be willing to do the same thing and go to a situation that works for you. If Clemson is where you're supposed to be at, where nobody's going to be recruiting over you, go there. Don't cry and debate and fight with the coach on why is it that you're bringing in this 22, 23-year-old senior who just got all conference last year to play over me. Because he's better than you. Duh. And he wants to make sure that he wins so he can keep his job. Duh. You need to figure out how to get in and fit in for yourself. That is the new wave of basketball going on right now. Be aware. Until the transfer portal and the 5-year senior guys and all that kind of stuff gets cleared up, you got to make better decisions. Wait it out. Unless you are a top 5 player in the country, do not commit early. You commit late during the summertime. Once all the dust has settled for the school that you are truly interested in. And if you lose that school in the process of waiting, it is what it is. You're going to find a spot regardless. You're top 100. Somebody will take you. Be open to who that person is that takes you, unless you come in and play in the position and the role that you see for yourself to further push you to your ultimate goal, which is either the NBA or to get dumb money with NIL or go overseas, whatever that is for you. But you got to make a well-informed decision. And just like that, we're over time. 50 minutes. We're good with that. I'm good with that. We're going to start stretching these episodes out slowly but surely a little bit more. I think the first episode might have been 45 minutes or 46 minutes. This one's a little bit longer. And slowly but surely, we'll start to stretch it more and more. And we'll try to get to an hour. And then we'll go into maybe an hour 15, hour 30. But I'm not going any further than that. I can let you guys know that now. Y'all aren't going to get that out of me. Hour 30 max is what we're going to do. But that will take time as well. Once again, visuals will be coming down the line. Be patient for that. Give it a few more weeks and we should be ready to rock and roll. I just want to make sure that I get it right. Thank you so much. If you stuck around until the very end, if you're on YouTube, comment and let me know you're on YouTube. If you're on the Spotify, comment and let me know you're on Spotify. I haven't gotten a comment yet for Spotify. I've been getting likes. I've been getting the follows and the downloads and the polls and everything, but let me know where you guys are at. I really appreciate you guys for all the support that you have given me. I appreciate you for all the love, and we're going to slowly but surely grow this platform as well. I'm in the podcast space now. Hoop Politics is a legitimate podcast. I'm not just on TikTok. We're going to grow everywhere we go, and we're going to start world building. We're going to world build. We're going to make Hoop Politics into its own world where real basketball fans can be a part of. Whether you are a guy, a girl, whether you are a player, a coach, or just a fan of the game. Whatever it is you are, this is a place for you. Make sure you share this to your friends. Subscribe on YouTube if you haven't. Follow on Spotify if you haven't. And yeah, we're out of here. We are absolutely out of here right now. This is Hoop Politics signing off. Episode 2 is officially done. Hopefully I'll be getting this out for you guys 5 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow, which will be Wednesday. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Love you guys. Peace.